Yo, what's up? This is actually like not really much of a. This is like a Dev Rambler like fights kind of thing. Uh, it's 3 a.m. It's gonna be a lot shorter, but doing more progress to the game that I haven't shown. Obviously, there's gonna be way more to the game. Obviously, this is not everything. This is not indicative of what's gonna be shown. Just like. I think I refined that you guys can see. Obviously, there's some new stuff like as you saw there, like when they die, they actually fucking fade away. Kind of cool. They also parry attacks, kind of with your own attack. Yeah, it was bad part too. But yeah, you can parry stuff obviously with the parry button. But if you collide with attacks, you also initiate that parry thing. Is it with the parry? Is it while attack? Of course, it's gonna be more happy games, but still have some platforming in it. Did some cutscenes. Whoa, there's a swarming around him. Lovely analysis. Help a spirit out. Don't worry, I can handle them. And then it's like a little bit. We gotta defeat all the enemies in the room. He's like fucking cryostasis. You know the vibes. Here. I like the whole concept, like things will like spawn like after you kill like one, right? See, spawned. I'm gonna make the room a lot smaller for this purpose, obviously. Here, thanks for the help back there. I'm always happy to help. Hey, what's your name? My name is Atlas. Yeah, I'm a young spirit learning about the world's here, despite being popular. This has so many things left from centuries ago I want to discover. Seems to be the wrong time to be doing that. Yeah, I don't think I've seen the curse around this area for a while. I wonder what happened to security. Beats me. Not everything is perfect. What the faction tries to maintain. Oh, I was supposed to get your name too. Oh, oopsie. I forgot to be formal for a bit there. I'm Cappi, the greatest star traveler in the universe. Or soon to be, that is. What? Isn't that a prison whip? I don't think that's your job, kid, but sure. Hey, it's one of those things. You know, part-time. Right. This is basically it for the cutscene. There's obviously going to be a lot more. There's way more lore stuff in mind. Obviously can't see that, but there was actually an error because before I recorded this, I just made one tiny little mistake. But obviously that's not happened. And in any case, you're not really missing that much dialogue. In fact, I think you were really missing out. Yeah, you're not missing much. It's all just like kind of lore. That doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. But yeah. I just wanted to make a little short recording of like what I've been doing, because I usually don't really speak much about when I work on these kind of games. I'm mainly like just make stuff and then like post it in my Discord, but I know my Discord isn't that big, so it'd be pretty easy to forget that I just like post stuff in there and just forget. But most people that work here on YouTube to check out my content and see my game's progress, they wouldn't know. They would not know exactly what I'm working on. So here's like, you know, the title screen. I just have this info here because you can rebind in the game, but this is just for people that want to play. File systems. File systems are actually a lot modular. It might not look that crazy to people that obviously have made games and also have played games, and doesn't look too different. It's kind of cool looking, I suppose. But how I made files load and save is meant to be like way more, like I said, modular while working on it. I used to hard code the variables in Starbound Saga. In fact, I feel bad for any modders that want to add extra save files to Starbound Saga because you'd have to hard code file 4, and file 5 unless you want to like go through the game and basically make everything more modular just so you can have like a more file systems mod for people. Which again, I'm sorry. This is why they tell you when you make your first game, you should probably keep the scope way smaller than you want, because even though you could like finish your goal, there are some mistakes you're gonna make that it's essential, but you do it in a much quicker fashion than I did. So that's basically the first thing I did. I wanted Cosbakers to really have most of the skills and fun from Starbound Saga put into this game. I've been using GameMaker for 2 years, coming up 2 years. So I would say have an intermediate understanding and can comfortably get what I want working. Obviously in a way that makes Toby Fox's code look like the Ten Commandments. But in a reasonable way that should be understandable for both anybody that's looking into the code and obviously myself. Because if you're making code and it's unreadable, then I can't tell you what exactly you're doing. But yeah, this is the current state of the game. It's much more on the action RPG kind of state. We have we have tips. See what to do. We have I never really went over this. We have limits. These are basically stuff you unlock through the game once you finish a world or something important. These are basically what would I compare them to? The like command styles in Birth by Sleep. They're basically that little pink bar you see at the bottom. I've actually never explained. I will explain it again, but I've just never explained it in these devlogs before, or in this case, it's Rambler before. That is your limit meter. So I press C, and then that little menu is actually your limits. You press C, you can't access your skills while you do it, so you can't accidentally like press the skill button and do like an accidental skill. But by this, if you have enough in your bar, which I'm actually gonna have like a number there, so you can tell how much is in your bar. Once you have enough in your bar, you're gonna be able to do a limit. And limits are basically just like a very simple way. It's basically like unleashing like an ultimate. That's what they basically are. They're an ultimate that kind of skip a bit of like of the battle, I suppose. So that was the plan anyway. I'm gonna definitely like tweak it out a little bit more and make it like just a tad bit more useful. Because obviously there are things I want to add to Cappi. I already have plans for not to fitness do like finishers like in Kingdom Hearts 1. So you don't just spam like the 1, 2, 3 over and over. You can eventually augment that third hit into something special. To spice it up just a little bit more. Such like that. Boom, boom, boom. And then there. That's shut the back. And then I also have this planned. Whatever. Just save. Obviously, I had to fix the placing on it, but once you do that event, this area is now considered safe, and you can save here. So you could just hit back to the title. I'm definitely gonna change that because obviously I wanna make it so you could go back to the worlds once you get there. But yeah, you see Cappi's place, green grass, different levels, different playtimes. It's a lot more than what I've done with Star Mode Saga. Especially in like technically this game is way more. You can actually start new save file here. This game has way more going on. You're gonna see a few poorly made things. Yep, this is a misangled cutscene. It's kind of fucked up. It's in the wrong area. Don't worry about it. It's just me testing to see if my cutscenes work. The text here is not final, obviously. So I want to change some of the phrasing, some of the pacing. And art is kind of final in some areas, mainly this one. But, you know, not fully done. You obviously can't read all this because I messed up well before this. Because I'm a little silly. But yeah, this is there's gonna be a lot more cutscenes. So I added if you hold the Z button, which is your jump button. Okay. Which is better than in Starbound Saga where it's just press like the jump button to just instantly skip it. I think having a little more player like input and holding is kinda cool. Visually show. It might like a if you press like any button, it'll like temporarily show like Z there, so that if you're trying to figure out what's the skip button, you like see that it's my jump button. I'll hold it then. Because obviously, like having Z there makes sense, but like if you wouldn't know it's Z or your jump button just off of happenstance, right? So that's the whole point. Not making it. There's definitely a lot more stuff I want to make and add on because I'm not saying that the demo for World 1 for this game is coming out in like soon, because trust me, it's not. I can't get myself when I want to. But yeah, I've just been working a lot more on this project. Not to say that I'm slacking on Starbound Saga when it's so close to completion. I mean, technically speaking, the game's pretty much complete. I can say that. You can beat the game, every achievement's beatable, progression is beatable. So far, balancing is much better than what it was a couple patches ago. I'm still working on fixing bugs and all that. Always looking forward to feedback. I also have a demo, so you don't have to feel like you have to spend money. I have a demo. You can just play the demo and give your feedback there. Join the Discord as well. I'm trying to build the Discord to be a little more people in it. It's always fun to meet people. Something. The flag system. But it's like not the biggest issue. But that's practically it that I wanted to ramble about. It's 15 minutes. That's already as much as I want for a rambler video. Thank you if you freaking listen to me ramble on for 15 minutes about my game progress and all that. I want to post more content about other games that aren't just Cappi, because obviously I have way more things going on. I've actually been considering releasing different chapters to stuff I'm writing. Obviously for free, easily accessible for everybody. You don't have to be on the. You don't have to join the Discord to see it now. I think I'll just make it on a site that lets you read. You can always give your feedback on it, because there's a lot more stuff I do than just Cappi. I just make other games and I try and make other prototypes based on concepts I find interesting, and I hope that other people find interesting. So, sorry if I sound really tired, not enthusiastic while saying this. It's obviously 3 a.m., so I can't speak as loud as I would like. But I will be trying my best to post more about my other games. You have a couple with the one-click game that's called Comet. Hopefully a demo coming up by the end of June. Let's shoot for that. A little demo to get people interested into the game. I'm not sure if I would want to monetize it or not. We'll be sure. And if I will monetize it, I won't break the bank. I will just ask for like $2. It's very simple, but I want to create a kind of story, kind of. Also making the game kind of challenging and kind of like addicting to speedrun. I have a lot of ideas. I want y'all to see them, obviously, when I get to that. But you guys are gonna obviously let me cook. I'm gonna say thank you for all the people who have tried my stuff. It's also, even if they didn't enjoy the game feedback, this is a whole random section to also the people at Sage. Thanks to all the streamers and all the people in the comments that played Starbound Saga. I didn't even call it Adventure, because you guys really did shape up how the game is today. There are hours of bug fixes that have just made the game like so much better to just play and speedrun. Thanks to your help. I would not be here if it wasn't for people who were just there to just help me. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. Be in the kitchen. Well, the bed is my kitchen, so let me cook. Until then, see ya.